Good morning. How are you? It's Dr. Brenda Eshin Shoshana back with another little talk on simple solutions in a complex world. Actually, the solutions are very simple, and so is the world. We don't realize that we make it complex, but one moment at a time is very simple. Each moment arises as it does and goes along its way as it does. The complexity is all that we add to it. Oh no, don't go, stay, stay. Or I don't want this kind of moment. I want another kind of moment. So we try to figure out how to change things, how to twist them around, how to alter them to our expectations, our wishes, our needs. That's normal. We do that. But that is what causes the complexity. In and of itself, each moment is beautiful. Here it is, even if it hurts. And many moments do hurt, they hurt. But you know what? If we just allow that hurt to be there for a moment and then it moves along and it changes into something else. It's so strange that everything changes into something else inevitably, but it's our refusing the moment, our refusing to let it be what it is, our refusing ourselves. We don't know how to be a friend to ourselves or to anyone really. It's a very, very interesting topic and I want to explore it a little more because someone said to me the other day, oh, if I only had my old friends back. That was a very beautiful comment in many ways. We all feel that way. If I only had this back or this one or my youth, my this, my that, the way the world was. If I only had the old moments back, then everything would be okay. We're always looking for everything to be okay. And you know what? Everything is okay right now, moment by moment. When we take each moment as it is and just stop resisting it, it's the resistance to it, it's the rejection that hurts us. It doesn't hurt the moment. The moment isn't going to change. It hurts us. We tighten up, we fight it, we reject, reject, reject. So let's talk about what it means to be a friend. Meeting the friend. Again, this wonderful poet who I love, Rumi, says, the only real reason for being alive is meeting with the friend. When I read that, I was really shocked. I said, whoa, what an intense and beautiful statement. The only reason for being alive. Of course, but what he really meant was that meeting all of life as our friend, whatever comes, it's a friend. And not only is life a friend, but we become a friend to life and to ourselves as well. Because so much of our suffering comes because we're not a friend to ourselves. We're judging, rejecting, disappointed. I'm so disappointed with how I behaved, or I'm so disappointed with what didn't happen, what did happen. There's a constant barrage of criticism and rejection that goes on between us and ourselves, and others, of course, as well, certainly others. But you know, the way we treat others, believe it or not, is a reflection of how we're treating ourselves. Now, that's important. That's really an important point. The way we treat ourselves, we're going to treat others. And if someone is treating you in a way you don't like, well, that's how they're treating themselves as well. So the way for everything to change and turn around, and it can happen simply. That's what I love, that everything can happen very simply and easily. It's not hard to learn to be a friend to yourself. and to others. If you become a real friend to yourself, you'll inevitably be a friend to everyone. And then they will behave in return as a friend to you. It's that's so beautiful, and it would have such enormous consequences all over the place that it's really worth and important to explore it. What does it really mean to be a friend to ourselves, to life, to others? Now, many of us think, oh, if I'm a friend, I have to be there for everything anyone wants. I can never say no. I can never be angry. I can never have time for myself. I have to just give myself completely to someone else. Or if I'm a friend to someone, I have to tell them all my deepest thoughts, and I don't want to do that. We have many different ways and thoughts about what it means to be a friend. So it's good for you to take a few moments and just discover, what are your thoughts about it? What are your feelings? What does it mean to you to be a friend to someone, or to have a friend, someone be a friend to you, a real friend? It's good to explore what you feel about it. You can even write it down, because it's easier to really look at it then. You could also write down and look at, who will you absolutely not be a friend to? Who do you refuse to be a friend to? Wow, that's very shocking and interesting. That's very interesting. There are many, many, many things in life we just refuse to give it our friendship, our kindness, our understanding. Friendship has trust. That's one of the biggest parts of friendship. You can trust the person. You can trust yourself. Can you trust yourself? Will you give yourself trust? Now, these are very easy. It's not hard to do it once you understand and look at what's going on. What I would say, I'll just put my 2 cents in. It's just my 2 cents. You may feel differently, and that's perfectly fine. Explore your own world and what it means for you to have a friend, to trust, to feel comforted. I was going to say comfortable with, and also it is very comforting to know there's someone there who's there for you. Which, what does that mean? It means they're not going to judge you. They're not going to reject you no matter what. They'll listen. They may not like everything you say or do, but they're not going to reject you. They're not going to control you. They're not going to use you for their purposes and their needs. They're not going to dominate you. A real friend will allow you to be who you are and take the journey with you. And listen, really listen, without imposing their views at the moment. They may make comments later, of course, but they'll make space for you to express who you are and really just listen, accompany you, take it in. We feel very safe in the presence of a real friend. And of course, we must become real friends to ourselves. That's fundamental and crucial. We can't really be a real friend to anyone else until we've learned how to do that with ourselves. To trust ourselves and to be kind. To give ourselves room to make mistakes, to grow, to learn, to be silly. It's like a vast open space with sunshine coming down on it, like a beautiful hill or valley, where there's a lot of room for flowers to bloom, for sun to come, for growth, for nourishment. You know, I used to give I'll do it again, this course called A Caregiver's Guide to Nourishing and Being Nourished. And then having a friend and being a friend is one of the most nourishing, uplifting, and healing experiences you can ever have. So let's start that journey of becoming a friend to ourselves and to life. I love that because everything will change when you do. When you stop saying no, or I hate you, or I reject you, or I'm judging you, or I've got to get my way. Just stop that. Just stop it. And look at yourself and look at the person and say, I'm going to give you room, space. I allow you to be who you are and just get to know them. Get to know yourself. Get to know the day. Get to know the moment. Make friends. When we get to know something, we're making friends. And no matter what happens, you cannot lose a good friend. You can, even if they move away, even if they pass away, that's in your heart, that experience of having had a good friend, someone you could really share this exquisite experience of growth and of life with, and difficult experience with. So it's so important to learn to be also, and primarily, a good friend to yourself. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you for listening. And thank you for being here. It's a very big joy. I'm really enjoying sharing with everyone. And I feel you around me, even though I may not see different faces. We're all together. We're all together in a big circle of exploration and discovery. You have a beautiful, beautiful day. And thanks again.